I'm going to, what would you think I'd love to do? I'm going to an interior design place today. It's actually with a lady named Connie Cavanaugh, and it's called Beau Interiors. You wait, it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Hi everybody, look who I'm here with, Connie Cavanaugh, and we're on this beautiful street, Delaware Avenue in Buffalo. Of course, who doesn't know that street? And Beau is your wonderful interior business, interior design business. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I'm going to age myself since 1982.
What you're doing, not aging yourself, but showing us all the experience you get to bring into our homes or businesses and talk to us about what we need to do to improve.
Okay, well, hire us.
That's a very good point. Tell me why I should. What makes you stand out over another interior designer?
Well, our company is diversified. We don't just specialize in residential. We do commercial, residential. We have a shop which has gifts, art, and antiques. So through all of this and inventory, I've had to become somewhat familiar and pretty experienced with all of these entities of business. And it's been a good education for me. Dealing with antiques is a whole different world, and I've been dabbling with that for the last 11 years.
Great. When
I moved here. So I think if you are going to hire a designer and you need to do a house or a business, and there's different aspects of it. There's flooring and walls and lighting and structure and architectural detailing, and then you have to fill it, and you fill it with either contemporary or reproduction or antiques and art. We have all of that in-house. So I think that would be our best-selling feature for this business.
Great. And you were with an architectural firm for years, right?
Yes, in 1989 I shared space in the art building on Main Street of Buffalo with an architectural firm. So I had the designers on one end and he had all the architects, and we did primarily businesses and commercial then.
What do you find is different when you are designing a business over a personal home? How do you approach it differently? What makes the differences?
Well, what's nice about business is there's a timeline and structure for you, and there's a budget in place, and you're expected to go in and inventory and come up with a conceptual and then a detailed design, and you have to finish that product in stages, whereas a residence can take forever. It just depends on what the owners really want. So from my perspective, I like to know where I'm going to end up in 8 months, and if the job is going to take 4 to 6 months, it's nice planning.
Right.
Whereas residential can be a little more challenging with your timeline.
Yes, I understand that. Now, if I were to be deciding on what designer I wanted, I know you told me about all your in-house and your experience, but someone told me one time that I'm the person that lives out loud, okay? You can tell by my outfit and my hair, but I like clean, simple, but sophisticated, casual, urban, all of those things together. Why would I pick one designer over another? How do I know that that person is the one for me? Because I'm a little artsier than the traditional look of many designers.
Well, I think you have to interview the designer, and I think you have to look at the expertise that he or she may have. Maybe call some references. It's always a good idea to have references and see if there's a chemistry between the two of you, and if she can read and understand where you're coming from. Because I don't really want to do what I want to do. When I go into a space, I want to make the space your personality. So in order to do that, I have to read you properly. And so there has to be sort of a bond between customer and designer. And if you don't have that, and the designer's trying to push the ideas that they want on you in your space, it's not going to work. Now, knowing me for 3 seconds, what have you read about me? What would you do with me when you came in to talk? Oh, that's not fair. I know. I want to put you on the spot. I haven't even seen your space yet.
Yeah, I know. Well, as far
I would
as
say you like, I would say that you like more trendy, contemporary, maybe brighter colors. Maybe something's a little whimsical.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Whimsical,
surreal.
In a non cutie way. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Surreal. Yes. So I would already anticipate that. But you can't be too judgmental. You know, you could be very traditional and
at home. Where here I look like a little over the edge.
So yeah, I guess I would probably draw that conclusion right now. Or not conclusion, but I would think, oh, maybe this is how it is, but then you really can't conclude it till you go into the space and really get to know the person.
And that's the point. It is totally a relationship situation. I know that someone said, now, is this true? That because I have a more non-traditional way, that maybe there would be an interest in finding designers that work in hotels, like design big hotel rooms. I just heard that one time. Does that, like foyers of hotels and this grand kind of uniqueness, or do you think that's totally false?
I wouldn't draw that comparison.
Okay.
Hotels, depending on the hotel, if it's a minimalistic hotel and they want the simple look, or if it's a grand old master hotel and they want to have the old antiques and something very ostentatious, it's just completely different. I don't think I would draw that conclusion.
Just what I needed to know. Now we've got 1 minute for you to tell them what they should do to come and find you, and how is there a consultation fee that you could set up, so if they're concerned, if my folks here are concerned about not knowing enough about you yet, they can sit down with you and talk about that?
Generally, on the first introduction, there's no consultation fee. And we work different ways. If you're purchasing through the company, we usually decrease the consultation fee or the hourly fee. Depends on if there's drawings involved and how much of the drafting is really involved, and specification work and picking colors and so forth.
Do you have a website?
And favorites. We do not. We're working on it right now.
Okay. But you have a phone number and an address.
716-886-3514.
Okay, and your address?
489 Delaware. We're in this lovely midway of downtown Buffalo. And you can call me anytime, and if we don't answer, leave your message and we'll call you back and set up an appointment.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking the time to visit with us. I'm appreciating you taking the time to visit with us as well. And you've got to stop by, see Connie, call Beau. I think you're going to be very interested in the uniqueness. She's got some wonderful French furniture, right? Some beautiful things.
We buy direct, we buy carpeting, wholesale, wall covering, furniture, antiques, and art.
She's got it all. You come back and see us soon. We'll be right back. I was in ecstasy, baby.
I need you to come to my house now.
Well, I'll try after mine. I did go and get inspired. I went to Beau Interiors, and Connie is filled with inspiration and ideas and
neat
furniture.
Neat furniture.
Oh my gosh. Yep. If you haven't been there, please go. Absolutely. You'll be inspired too.